It is called Drug Court. It is a special court designed to help the lives of those affected by drug addiction. Recently, there was a big graduation ceremony in Balboa Park. Let's take a look.
Drug court is one of my passions. It's a special court that hears selected cases involving nonviolent offenders who are charged with drugs. Been a huge success. It saves taxpayer dollars, it reduces recidivism, and it gets people's lives back on track. It's a win-win for everyone. Drug court does this by using frequent random drug testing. I'm sure you all in the program know that.
Every graduation is really a joyous occasion. Many times our participants have never completed anything in their entire life. And this is not an easy program to complete. So it's a joyous occasion for families, for the participants, for staff. We've worked long and hard with our participants, usually 2 years or more.
Quite frankly, North County graduates, you feel like my family within a very short period of time.
Love you.
And what I like to see is the same exact thing that I like to see when I come in every day is that light. When they make that very first decision to do something right, as opposed to how they've always lived for themselves, and the changes that these folks make are nothing short of miracles on a daily basis from where they come from. Bob is one of our successful graduates. He graduated close to a year ago. He's a typical participant. The best thing that Bob had going on for him when he got here was he was more than willing to do whatever it took.
Prior to my coming into drug court, my life was at a point where I no longer cared about the consequences of my actions, nor the impact they had on those that loved me. I used one substance or another for over 3 decades. Most recently, I was heavily into meth. I was doing a lot of damage to my family, you know, without realizing it or without caring. I gave up a marriage as a result of it, a relationship with my son at the time. Through a lot of my addiction, a lot of people couldn't tell. Gotten to a point where I really didn't feel it was possible for me to change. I began to believe that lie that once an addict, always an addict. I came into the drug court program really broken as a human being.
The reason why we're so successful here is because we do have such a long time. It's 18 months minimally. Usually it's closer to 2 years. We're connected directly with the courts. Our participants go through 5 phases here. The first 4 are the actual program. The last one is a 6-month aftercare phase.
You know, I lost all self-respect. I lost any self-esteem, you know, any confidence in myself. You know, I had no self-worth. I acted, you know, without regard to right or wrong, you know. And these are the things that this program works on, you know, is changing everything about the way you were living. You know, they work on, you know, correcting that distorted thought, developing new patterns of behavior that are healthy, you know. And that's an important thing. It just takes a lot of time to do so. And I think that's where, you know, a lot of programs have failed with me in the past, or they weren't as intense as this program. I wanted a new way of life. And drug court provided me with a platform to do that. So it helped establish a foundation, you know, for the rest of my life. You know, today I'm a son. You know, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a friend. I, you know, reestablished some of those relationships, you know, outside of family that you know, basically said they would have nothing to do with me. You know, no longer ashamed of the person that I'd become, but quite proud of the person that I'm becoming. You know, when I look at myself in the mirror today, you know, I can smile at myself.
The biggest thing he's got going for himself right now is that he has chosen to stay connected. He has stayed connected. So he comes once a month for the alumni meeting and continues to give back. And by giving back, he then is able to keep his own. There's a saying in the 12-step community that says that you can't keep what you have unless you give it away. Bob has learned how to do that.
Now, Superior Court judges are actively involved with participants, and in some cases, their probation may even be terminated. For more, just go to our website at ctn.org. I'm Michael Russo.